PeopleZoom and The Works is the now fix for struggling Americans, providing you can relax and free yourself from tradition by opening your mind. When something like PeopleZoom is new, it is unproven, and its biggest obstacle is its first judgment. That tough hurdle isn't, does it make sense or will it work, but rather its initial criticism is likely to be its first condemnation, all because it is new, non-conforming, and non-traditional. Most everything novel is first submitted to the irrational opinion of a traditional and prejudiced mind, and thus most creations are at high risk of being quipped of failure. Yet frequently, no perfecting or refinement is required, and to achieve success, it's only necessary to proceed beyond this initial barrier and get to open minds. As PeopleZoom doesn't make any statements or claims that are not documented, here are 12 men and women initially and wrongly judged as failures. Ironically, the successes of more than one on this list have probably already bettered your life. Michael Jordan, called the greatest basketball player of all time, was so devastated after being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He has won near endless awards, including 5 times MVP. J.K. Rowling wrote and created Harry Potter. Divorced, single mom on welfare. 12 publishing houses turned down Harry Potter. Even when Bloomsbury agreed to publish the first Harry Potter, Bloomsbury advised J.K. Rowling to get a day job. Well, by April of 2012, J.K. Rowling had become a billionaire. Hugh Jackman, actor and Broadway star, plays Wolverine on X-Men, was fired as a cashier at 7-Eleven because he talked too much to customers. Oprah Winfrey, actress, reporter, media owner, and philanthropist, was fired at age 22 from her job as television reporter, deemed unfit for TV, also criticized because she got too far inside stories. Jerry Seinfeld was booed off stage after experiencing stage fright and freezing at his first appearance. Seinfeld has earned $2.5 billion since Jerry Seinfeld's retirement. Lady Gaga, singer, composer, was dropped by a famous record label after 3 months. Well, to date, Lady Gaga has sold 27 million albums and 125 million singles. Bruno Mars dropped by Motown Records and then, per Bruno, next received a devastating turndown based upon his race, racism. Albert Einstein, theoretical physicist, scientist. His teachers told him, because he would not conform to the school's curriculum, that he'd never amount to much. They often encouraged him to quit school. Albert Einstein won the Physics Nobel Prize. Elvis Presley. Elvis failed an audition and was told, "You ain't going nowhere, son. You ought to go back to driving a truck." Elvis sold an estimated 600 million albums, won 3 Grammys, and was nominated for Grammys an additional 11 times. John Lasseter was fired by Disney for trying to create 3-dimensional cartoon images. John Lasseter proceeded with his dream, creating Pixar and co-developed Lucasfilms. Disney ended up buying both Pixar and Lucasfilms for billions of dollars. Ultimately, Disney hired Lasseter back 22 years after firing him. Walt Disney was an extreme dreamer before dreaming was cool. And previously, Walt was told that he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Today, Disney is the highest-grossing media company in the world. The Beatles dropped by their record label based upon their first 15 songs. We don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out. They have no future in show business. Well, the Beatles have sold more than 600 million records. The surefire way to see a failure is to close your mind. Get PeopleZoom's The Works by using our easiest address, www.pplzm.us. It's the immediate job solution and the long-term answer for struggling Americans, all made possible by giving, or what the public calls random acts of kindness. See PeopleZoom's other you-focused videos, The Naked Truth, Faith, Advice, and remember, Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. All rights reserved.